Hi, I'm John, he's Gary, and now we're talking to Eric from Kurio. And Eric is a guy who's got 2 daughters and has gone well beyond knowing how to protect them. Eric, this is a fantastic product. Explain to us what the Kurio phone does.
Thank you. So, kids younger and younger are getting phones now. A lot of times when you're giving your kid a phone, you sort of set some ground rules. They can be very hard to enforce, though. So we really try to make that easier and give parents a tool, a lot of tools, to help make sure that their phone experience with their kids is safe.
So what are some of the things that you can do? What are the ground rules that you're actually setting?
Yeah, so for me, in my house, a lot of it is, turning apps on and off. So for example, no Facebook after 9 o'clock, really hard to enforce. You can actually app by app set when it will no longer work. So from 9 p.m. to 3 p.m. the next day, it actually won't even work. So no more fighting about it, just deactivates.
Now you have something on here that I love. Every one of us has a teenager. You've tried to contact them and they said to you, "Oh, Dad, I'm sorry, my battery died."
Ran out of battery here all the time.
Exactly. So you can set it so for example, you get an alert if they turned it off. So if they're just trying to pretend they're out of batteries, you'll get an alert that says, nope, they turned it off. Also, when they get to 10% battery, or 8, whatever you want to set, it'll automatically text you so you know that that's about to happen. And whether they were lying about it or you just want to make sure that, because we freak out today. Right. It's not like the old days. If you can't get your kid for 5 minutes, you start to think the worst. That's the way it is in this world.
What other vital stuff does it have like that? Not just battery, there's a lot more.
There's a lot more. I mean, internet filtering is huge. One of the things that you have to realize when you give a kid a smartphone today is they can get anywhere on the internet. So one of the biggest areas that parents worry about is making sure that kids aren't going to places that they shouldn't be going. But at the same time, it's really important they can do all the things that they want to do and that they should be able to do. So we have really granular internet filtering, and it's really actually, when you talk to parents, the #1 thing that they want on these devices.
So some people might say that in a way this is spying on your kids. How do you answer that?
Yeah, so actually, we really take a policy. We don't want to spy on kids. That's not what we're trying to do. We don't allow parents to read text messages through our things or secretly track their kids. The kid can go on the phone and actually press a button and see every setting that you set as a parent. They can't change it, but they know exactly what you're doing. And we think that's about having a good dialogue with your kid and saying, hey, here are the rules. We are both going to agree to these rules, and the phone's going to help us enforce these rules.
So tell me, what's the contract?
So in my house, we did a whole contract. And my wife's pretty funny, so it had things like, you have to promise no pictures of your genitals at any time. It'll come back to
That's very fair,
haunt you,
yeah,
right? Right? Like, it's a good rule when you have daughters. So, but most parents really sit down and do that when they're giving their phone to a kid. If they don't, it's a good practice to get into. And we think it's a great way to start that dialogue.
Well, it's fantastic. A Kurio phone. You've heard all that it does. And Eric, I mean, wow. I wish I had these when my kids were a little younger, but the technology wasn't there.
My kids are a little older. I'm still thinking about getting one.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously. Anybody could use one. But congratulations. It's a pleasure meeting you. You got a fantastic product.
Thanks, guys. Great to be with you.